Guys, here we go. Question one is as easy as you think. What's 150 divided by 500? Anybody? 150 divided by 500, gents? Or 0.3? Yeah. Okay, part two. Calculate the margin of error. So what do you think margin of error is? 1 over root n, which is 1 over 500. Oh, sorry, root 500, which is? Anybody got an answer for that? 0.045 to us. Okay. Now, just a quick note on the language here, okay? For questions 1 to 6, you may use the margin of error approximation. The margin of error approximation is 1 over root n. Everybody got that? From questions 9 onwards, we're going to do a more accurate methods. This was like the learning method, okay? Now, notice the language. See the way it says proportion? That's a key word. If you want to make note of that somewhere, please do. When you see the word proportion, this is one of your methods, okay? And what we've done there is we've done the margin of error, and that's 0.045. Okay? Now, next we got to do the interval. How'd you do the interval, lads? Yeah. So add it on and take it away. So what do we get? 0.0345, and the other one? Take 4.5 away from it? 0.255. What does this answer mean? Anytime I take a sample of 500 people, okay, anytime I take a sample of 500 people, anytime I take a sample of 500 cars, somewhere between 25.5% and 34.4% of the cars will be silver, 95% of the time. All my samples, 95% of my samples will be in between 25.5 and 34.5% silver. Is that okay? Now, so what we have is a p-value or p-hat value of 45 in 150 residents. Okay, that's 0.3. Is everybody happy with 0.3? Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is the error, which is 1 over root n, which is 1 over the square root of 150, which is actually 0.082. And then I have to construct a 95% confidence interval, so that means I'm going to take it away and add it on. So it's going to be 0.382. And then when I take it away, it's going to be 0.3 take away 0.082. 0.218. I was asked the question, should I give these answers in decimals or percentages? Because it doesn't say, I reckon that both these answers I'm writing on the board are equally valid. I'm saying that the percentage is somewhere between 21.8 and 38.4. Same answer. Okay. Now, question 6, I only want you to do 2 of these, okay? These are the ones we did earlier. All I want you to do is 3% and 1.5%, okay? And it's what we learned earlier. 1 over root n equals 0.03. You'd figure out the n value. And the other one is 1 over root n equals 0.15. And you have to find out the n value as well. Now, that's square both sides. And then bring the n up in the 0.03 downwards, because n is division on the left, which makes the multiplication on the right. And also you've got 111.1. I'll just call it 111. Okay. Exact same technique on the next one. 1 over n equals 0.015. Now, we're half in the error, aren't we? You see the way we're going from 3% to 1.5%? Half in the error requires 4 times the amount. So it should be 444 when we're done. 4444. Let's find out. And then you put 1 over 0.015 squared equals n, and n equals 4444.4. It's just that. Here's what we do. Okay. First of all, can everybody go to your Z scores? Okay. And I'd like you to tell me a Z score that has only 2.5% above it. Basically, it captures 97.5%, or it captures 0.975. Anyone know where to find that? Try 1.96. See if it's 1.96. Here's 1.96. Now, everybody see that? Now, if I did minus 1.96, what would happen underneath it? There'd be another 2.5%. What would be in the middle then? 95% would be left over, wouldn't it? So, what I'm explaining to you guys is we get a statistic, all right? The statistic is dead center, and we use the margin of error in both directions. And we're calculating our 95% confidence interval. We're going to go 1.96 to the left and 1.96 to the right, and it will tell us what range will capture 95% of the data. Now, the first thing you're going to do is go to the bottom of page 34, and there's this thing called, actually, I'll find it here for you. Okay, called standard error of the proportion. Is that okay? Standard error of the proportion. Now, what happens is we're going to do our statistic plus or minus 1.96 multiplied by this standard error. What's the formula for the standard error? P minus P over N. Is that all right? Brilliant. Now, you're going to find this handy now, okay? This one's not too bad. So, let's calculate our p-value. What do you think the p-value is? What's the statistic they have us talking about? 45 over? What's 45 over 300? In decimals or fractions? 0 point? Yeah. Now, if that didn't divide in equally, keep it as a fraction. Don't round off. No rounding. Do you get what I'm saying? Either if it goes in or it doesn't. If it doesn't go in, use a decimal. Use a fraction. Don't use a decimal. Now, lads, what do we replace this with? Anybody? P. Excellent. What do we replace? Now, what do we replace this P with? We do. What do you replace this with? 1 minus P. 1 minus 0.15, which is 0.85, yeah? And then N on the bottom. Huh? 300. All right. Here's what I want you to do. Everybody into the calculator. I want everybody to calculate this part. Whoa, you did that fast. What? So it's a 0.15 times 0.85. All right. Who got 0.0404? Yeah. Now, what it's basically saying is our interval is now 0.15 plus or minus what's it, 0.04. We just call it 0.04, will we? Round it off. Is that all right? Yes, sir. Yeah, they're always going to ask you 95% confidence interval. Yeah, exactly. Now, guys, what's my answer then? Take it away. Take away the error. 0.11. Add it on. And you're done. So far I've done questions 1, 4, 6, 9, and now I'm going for 14. Is that right? Yeah, I did 9. Now we're doing 14. Do I do anything other than 9? 9. That's the last thing we did. Okay, grand. So guys, look at this. 1 sec. Okay, you're using keywords. 95 confidence interval. Second keyword, proportion. Go to page 34 of your log tables and you should write this underneath it, okay, because you might need it. What you're writing down is P plus or minus 1.96 standard error to proportion. So what you guys are going to do is P plus or minus 1.96 square root P 1 minus P all over N. So my p-value is 74 divided by 120, which is what as a fraction? 37 over? 37 over 60, is it? Give me a sec. 74 over 120. 74 over 120. Oh, sorry. Sorry, 1 sec. Around the time 120 library books taken or borrowed. They are classified in fiction or non-fiction, on hardback or paperback. 88 books are found to be fiction. And of these, 74 are paperback. Oh, two different questions. Find the proportion of books borrowed that are fiction. Yeah, 88 over 120. So what's 88 over 120? 11 over 15. Okay. Oh, I have to find the 95% confidence interval for this anyway. Okay, so here we go. All right. I'm going to do 11 over 15 plus or minus 1.96. Now, what's the p-value again? 11 over 15. What's 1 take away 11 over 15? It is 4 over 15. And what's my n value? 120. Going to throw that into the calculator, just the second part. And I'm going to do 1.96. Sorry, 1.96 square root, fraction button, and then put all these in. 11 over 15, 4 over 15, and then underneath 120. Who got 0.7079? Okay. So 11 over 15 plus or minus 0.079. So I'm going to do that now. 11 over 15 take away 0.079. What do we get there? 654, call it. 0.654. And then the next one I'm adding. So just go back here and add it. And I get 0.812. All right, who got an answer like that? You'd be asked to do the exact same question for part 2, except it's no longer 88 over 120, it's now 74 over 120. The proportion of fiction books that are paperback, so you're no longer talking about 120 anymore, because it specifically says it's the proportion of fiction books. So fiction books is out of 88, and then it's 75 out of 88. Okay, what? 74 out of 88. And what's 74 over 88 broken down? 37 over. Will everybody try this one now? So we do the exact same technique as last time, except our fraction has changed. Okay, ready? So what we're going to get is 37 over 44. Then we're going to get another 37 over 44. What's 1 minus p? What's 1 minus 37 over 44? Yeah. Okay. All of that into the calculator. No, nothing. Oh, sorry. Another thing. It's not 120 anymore. It's 88 books. Good job. Okay. And who got 0.0764? Okay. This is question 14, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So that's 37 over 44 plus or minus, what did we say it was again? 0.07642, yeah? And when you do that, the answers you'll get an answer of 0.764 less than P less than 0.917. And we get that?